Hi, it's the Awesome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing a video of some products that I discovered not that long ago, but actually the company's been around since 1995, so over 25 years, which is amazing. Called Tasty Bite, and I'm going to show you the products, but they have a lot of products. I'm going to talk about the company first, and this is something I'm doing on my own. The company didn't send me the products, so but I will have a link below to their website because they offer lots of different products. They're all vegetarian and vegan. They have over 30 different products. They have different entrees, rices, and then something called spice and simmer, which are their like sauces that you can add for seasoning. So these products require no cooking, no refrigeration. They have no preservatives. They're ready to eat and pre-packaged. It's kind of like an Indian style and Pan-Asian cuisine, and it's actually manufactured in India. So they have these interesting kind of pouches, and I'm focusing on the rices that they have. They're just plain rice. Some of them do have some sunflower oil in it, but nothing else. And because some of the other products I don't, I'm vegan, so I don't recommend products that have dairy or anything like that in them. So that's why I won't review those other products. But if you do eat that, that's fine. But I just kind of stick with what I believe is good options. And so they have other ones that are vegan, but I like to use these rices. The other ones are seasoned, and maybe I don't always like all the seasoning. Some are spicier. These lots of different things, like products, entrees with like lentils and eggplant and different things. So I prefer these. They have 3 different types of rices that are plain, so it's kind of like a blank, like when you have a blank canvas, and then you could prepare them the way you want them. So to tell you a little bit more about these, what they call these are called retort packages, and I'm not sure what that really means, but what it is what they do. I was reading on online that they put the food in it and cook it in a special retort oven under high temperature and pressures, and then they seal it to ensure, and the sealing and the construction of the pouch ensures that there's no bacteria or other factors that can affect the food. So this process ensures high retention of food's original aroma, texture, nutrients, and flavor. I think I read that on their Wikipedia site. So that just tells me a little bit more about. So the 3 that I have, this is just introducing you to the products, and then in the upcoming weeks what I'm going to do is do some recipes with them. Some interesting recipes for on the go, and I'll explain that to you in those upcoming videos. You'll see how I do it. So the 3 that I have they're organic. So everything, just to tell you, everything is organic. Before I tell you each one, it's organic, USDA certified, non-GMO project verified. They're also gluten-free. They're also kosher. Also, the packaging is BPA free. They're also certified from India Organic. But it is processed, just so you know, if this concerns you, in a facility that processes nuts, wheat, dairy, and soy, just in case you have any issues with that. So, also I forgot to mention, with the way they do the packaging and the sealing, the product is usually good for about 18 months, and they have a code on the back when it's good to know. And so, also they tell you how to heat it up. If you're going to heat it up, microwave I don't recommend, although they do mention microwave, but you can also do it stovetop. And they say you can put the pouch right in there. I'm not really a fan of putting this in there, although I'm sure the ink probably doesn't come off. That's why they're allowing you to do that. So I would actually empty out the contents into a pot and then add it to something. Like, let's say even if you're cooking something, you want to do it that way. And I'll mention some different ideas for that. So they say you should avoid caution when opening it, to avoid spillage, and then to grab the pouch from size as contents will be hot, as if you put it in a pot. But again, I don't recommend you do that. I would rather you do that. Open up the package and put the rice or the whatever you're buying in the pot. And then it says, do not consume if pouch is leaking or swollen. So if you see that the pouch looks kind of weird, contact them. I did contact them about an issue myself, and they have an information on here, and always save the package so you can give them information. And they actually sent me a coupon to replace it. So that's just the basics about this, and it says it does microwave in 90 seconds. Again, I don't recommend microwaving. But the 3 that I have today are their organic Basmati rice, which is an aromatic Indian rice. And this one also uses water, basmati rice, and sunflower oil. This is ready to eat if you wanted to eat it just this way as a cold rice. And it has 2 servings because it's an 8.8 ounce package. They all are. And it's got 220 calories per serving. Nothing really much to talk about except protein has 4 grams per serving. some fat, just from the oil, and kind of everything else. And it's mostly carbs is what you're getting, and a little bit of fiber. And then the other one I have over here is also their sticky rice, which is just their restaurant-style steamed white rice. And this one is just the water and their organic long-grain rice. And I don't know if this one said what kind of, it says it's Basmati rice, okay. This one has a little less calories, no fat really added because there's no oil. Protein is a little less, 3 grams. And then there's a little bit of iron in here, 2%. And then the other one I have is their brown rice, which is a delicately steamed brown rice. And this one they do add the sunflower oil. This one actually has more protein than brown rice. It has 5 grams of protein, iron 2% for the same 1 cup serving. A little bit of fat, carbs and fiber. So that's the basic information on these 3 types of rices. Again, I prefer to use these. And these are great for traveling. What's so nice about this product is it's shelf stable, meaning it doesn't be refrigerated. Unless you opened it, once you open it, if you don't use up the whole thing, then you would refrigerate it. I usually do. It's not so much, and especially what's great about these is, like if you're looking for something quick to make a meal or add this to other things, like let's say you're making a soup or even a salad, you can add this to your salad, or a stew, something that's quick so you can make something. If you're making like a stir-fried vegetables, you want to put rice in, you don't have time to cook it. This is what's so ideal about these, that they're already ready to go. Nothing has to be done with them in order to make them edible. They're already, and then for traveling, these are wonderful. Whether you're on a camping trip, hiking, on a road trip, even flying on a plane, you want to eat something good. So it's such a wonderful idea, and I never seen these before in the stores, and like I said, they've been out since 1995, so I don't know why I never saw them or never thought about trying them out. So, and I have tried all these 3 out, and I've tried some of their entrees, but I think one of them was a potato one, and then there was some other one, I forget. But I prefer more of these, so that I could basically do what I want with them. And let's see if there's anything else I want to tell you about them. It's a product of India. I think I mentioned that it's made in India. And then they say to squeeze the pouch to separate the rice, because the rice is kind of like, it's kind of like a vacuum seal, so in order to kind of like soften it up, you may want to go like this. Like this one is the brown rice, and I think it's already not really as, sticking together, but some of the other ones, like the sticky rice, it does stick more together in the bag, meaning if you want to separate the grains a little more, you might want to do that first. And then what I recommend too is when you're going to open up the pouch, try to push down the rice. And if you've already kind of like we're squeezing it to soften it up and to separate it, I would push down the rice further so that when you open up the bag, it doesn't spill out. And then I recommend you open it up, like over a bowl or a plate or a pot or something where if some fall out, they'll fall into something, they won't fall on the ground. So you don't lose any. So yeah, it's a really good quality product. Like I said, I've had them already for quite a while, maybe for the last year or so. I think that's about it. And I will be doing some interesting recipes. I will do 1 per week probably for the next few. I'll show you some on-the-go style preparation, which will be very unique, because I think it's a good thing to have that available, or even if it's not on the go, but something you can, some of the ingredients you can kind of take with you, like, if you're doing a road trip and you just want to have it, like we say, out of the bag, so to speak. There are some things that I've kind of come up with some creative ideas of what to do. So that is it for today on the introduction to these products. Again, this is a brand called Tasty Bite. And 3 products that I have are the 3 different rices. I have an organic, basmati rice, which is an aromatic Indian rice. It's a good one. And then I also have their sticky rice, which is a restaurant-style steamed white long grain rice. And then finally their whole grain brown rice, which is delicately steamed as well. And I hope you check them out. I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.